Friday, right? Yeah, we've got the whole weekend stretching out before us. I want to give a shout out to my posse back there. Woo! Thank you, ladies. Yeah, and just know that if you don't laugh, I'm going to make jokes about your mothers. So keep that in mind, okay? So those of you who don't know me, my name is Lane Wilson, a name both odd yet kind of boring, all at the same time. I am a crazy cat lady, yeah. One of them was on the counter the other morning licking the dirty dishes. My husband said, you know, I'm not sure I want to encourage that. And I said, well, you know, just think of her as a low-rent hooker. Sure, you don't know where that mouth has been, but she cleans up later. And these cats, probably because they're on the counter licking the dirty dishes, they throw up all the time. And, you know, everywhere, all hours of the day, cat owners, we know that sound, right? Yeah, we hate that sound, right? Yeah, but not dogs. To dogs, that's the sound of a hot meal. I am originally from Austin, Texas. Yeah, one of the hippest, coolest cities in the country, right? Yeah. Well, I wasn't, so they asked me to leave. I went to the University of Texas for lunch. College was really hard for me. After my first semester, I changed my major to disco dancing. And I was really good at it, but Texas didn't have a degree, so they asked me to leave. I had a lot of free time on my hands, so I dabbled in modeling. Because I'm kind of tall and I was really thin from the copious amounts of cocaine I was ingesting. And if you ever want to know everything that's wrong with you physically, just go on a model call. They're going to point out things that you had never considered about yourself. For me, it was, well, you know, your forehead's too big. One ear is higher than the other. Who told you were pretty? I went on a runway call and I did my little thing, and this gal said, well, you slouch and your right leg is appreciably longer than your left leg. And I said, well, if your clientele is a bunch of hunchback peg legs, I'm your gal. No, they didn't laugh. But I said this magic word, free, and I got the job. Let me tell you, I rocked that runway with my freakishly long right leg. We ended up here, and one of my new friends said, well, at least you're still a Southern belle. And I said, no, in Texas, I was a Taco Bell. Couldn't help but notice the distinct differences between the Southern, the Texas Southern and the South Carolina Southern accent. Texas is kind of sharp. It has an edge to it. Like, as a teenager, our yard was surrounded by live oaks and mesquite trees. Whereas Charleston, of course, is going to be much softer. As a teenager, our yard was surrounded by magnolia trees and mosquitoes. But then you go to the opposite end of the state, northwest Oconee County, different still. Good God, Darlene, if you don't stop trading sex for meth, you're going to have more children than teeth. Lord, I'm on my last nerve. I need a spa bath. Ben, get the transmission out of the tub. Fill it with hot water. I'm sorry, So I joined a gym recently for the first time in my life, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I got a trainer, and she had me starting with the basics, sit-ups, 3 sets, 10 reps each set. I asked to quit after the first set because I farted with every sit-up. I said, you know what, let's move on to something else, and I'll finish these at home. She said, no. You need to step outside of your comfort zone. And I said, you're right. Farting in public is outside of my comfort zone. Because I am not a 12-year-old boy. got a little more comfortable with some of the equipment, and I tried one of those big Stairmasters, right? Why didn't anybody warn me about this thing? I wasn't on it 30 seconds when I lost my footing and blip, 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 I'm on the floor. I didn't hurt myself, but it was embarrassing, you know. But fortunately for me, there was a distraction someplace else in the gym because I heard somebody yell, "Hey, some old lady fell." I've been doing stand-up for about 3.5 years now, and what I have discovered, what I do best on stage, is bomb. I have bombed so much, I've gotten recruitment letters from ISIS. I have bombed so much, my farts are starting to smell like gunpowder. To give you an example, a buddy of mine and I were asked to perform at an assisted living facility. Yeah, the name of the facility is Autumn Leaves, and that's so perfect because everybody falls. We did a pantomime, which of course no words, just actions, and we were hilarious, but we didn't take our audience into consideration. They all thought something was wrong with their hearing aids. So it started at the back of the room and came charging at us like a tsunami. What? What are they saying? What? Can you hear them? What? Have they started? Are they funny? What? Woman on the front row said, "They can't hear you." And I said, "Of course they can't. We're not saying anything." Old people are so irritating. Aren't we? I am an old people. I'm 64. A little factoid, I was born the same year as Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Prince. Yeah, I feel pretty lucky because they're all dead. No. And because I'm 64, I have what I call old people problems, or what I like to refer to as OPP. Went to the doctor and he told me I'm pre-diabetic. And I said, "What are you saying? That's ridiculous. Diabetes does not look like this. Diabetes looks like my mother-in-law, morbidly obese and mean as hell." And I'm not obese. And here's a little for you youngins out there who, when you finally find out when you're getting down with OPP, you know what I mean? You're out with your gal pals, right? Having lunch. Sitting outside, laughing, maybe drinking a glass of wine, and one of you starts talking about your most recent colonoscopy. And the conversation always starts with, "Did any of you lose weight after the prep?" Because after pooping for 24 hours, I thought for sure I'd lose at least a dress size. And I do lie about my weight, age, lie about my weight too. Lie about my age, tell people I'm 74. Because then they say, "Wow, you look great." Who gets tired of that, right? I don't mind. I kind of embrace it. My 20s were a total waste of oxygen. Seriously. I didn't get married until I was 36. I had a baby when I was 37, 38. Yeah, I was 38. Flawless pregnancy. I mean, I just ballooned up to a B cup. Easy delivery, and by all objective measures, this baby, our son, was perfect and beautiful. And when my husband saw him, he started to cry. And when I looked at this baby, I said to myself, "Man, if I had known I could produce something like this in my 20s, I would have been a surrogate mom, had babies for money." Push 2, 3 of them out, $10,000 a pop. that would have gone a long way toward my cocaine habit. That's not true. I never had to pay for it. Okay, that's my time, or that's all I've got.